I've been making headway on that. So and y'all read the stuff, and I remember Theo, you said that it was like you were reading a comic book with my concepts, which was kind of that was the main goal, because I wanted people to see how it can be put on either comics and in movies, because I'm hard pressed about trying to make this a reality, and I know it's going to take time, effort, and a lot of prayer.
Woo.
So
slow down. Woo.
all right, I see it. We live.
Okay. There you go. That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's up, I'm sorry. It's Saturday. The Georgia Bulldogs won. We took down the #1 team in the country. Feel good. I feel good. Hold on. Is that a James Brown song? I feel good.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Who played James Brown?
I think it was Chadwick.
He played a role?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me get this.
Some of mine.
Yes, sir.
Sucking and mocking it. I hit myself.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
I just want to say, I feel good. You feel good? I feel good.
Lord, all right. Too many of y'all making noise. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you.
What's going on? You know what? Hey. Are we live? Are we live?
Yes, sir. We are live. We are live. We are live.
What you wanna do in living color? Living color.
Did I catch up? No, I did not catch up. Damn me.
For me, it's all right to be in living color.
Okay.
I'm in a good mood, man. Georgia feel good. You know what? We still live. We still live.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are.
You know what? As I said on Chill.
Yeah, we still live, but I'm trying to find the culprits.
The culprits?
Got him.
I'm sharing stuff on okay.
There.
All right, we cool?
No more echoes.
All right, cool.
Ain't no more echoes?
No, sir.
No more echoes. Okay.
So, you know, what we anti-recasters have tried to paint is the narrative that is disrespectful to recast the character and everything. As I said somebody today, if the time is 4 months, okay, you mad at me by 26 days. Okay, that's okay. I get it if that's what we're doing. But the thing is that the narrative that's being spent is that recasters don't care about Chadwick Boseman. No, quite the contrary. We actually love the dude. Let me just go ahead and say this right now, because I know quite a few people no, we actually do love Chadwick Boseman. We actually love the work that Chadwick Boseman left us with, both on screen and off screen. See, we can appreciate what he did off screen.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Chadwick Boseman, we don't just talk about Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. We talk about Chadwick Boseman in damn near every role Chadwick Boseman played. Anti-recasters can't tell you, won't tell you, won't even bother to research the fact that the only reason why Chadwick Boseman was in the movie The Gods of Egypt is because he wanted to make sure we had a person of color in that damn movie that was damn near literally.
What up, Mr. Smith?
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mr.
not
Smith
like
in the building.
Mr. Smith, what's good in the hood? I'm sorry, I'm aggressive for today. But we love the dude. And truth be told, as I told somebody else, the only thing the cast and crew has told you, which everybody has told everybody else, he was a wonderful person. He was kind. He was caring. He was thoughtful. He put a lot of hard work in. Okay, But I know for a fact on my channel, if not on D-Real's channel, we talked about what Chadwick Boseman did off the screen. Something that nobody who claims they love this dude has bothered to tell you. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to own it. If you want to get your Chad, watch it. Forget your talk. Forget Black Panther knowledge. Forget that. Forget T'Challa knowledge. Forget Wakanda knowledge. You want to level up your Chadwick Boseman knowledge. You hear what I'm saying? You want to level up your Chadwick Boseman knowledge. Get your Chadwick Boseman, get your Boseman family education up. If you ain't going to go listen to Derek on Urban Faith Network, that's a Christian channel on YouTube. Y'all not going to do that with quite a few of you anti-recasters that come across like straight heathens. You come to my channel. Or you can go to D-Real channel.
Yes, sir.
Whenever Kaizo Slevin get to start doing his thing again, you can go on over there. You can go on over there to Marcus back of the bus. You can come over there with my dog from NicoBean. We gonna chill, Margaret. We gonna tell you who Chadwick Boseman was, not just as the character T'Challa, but as the man, Chadwick Boseman, who cared so much about his craft, he hid his illness from the world because he wanted us to focus on his craft. You continue that man's legacy by making sure that there are other people to walk in Chadwick Boseman's footsteps. You keep that character alive because contrary to popular belief, every time somebody plays that character, you know who we're gonna think about?
The first
NicoBean could play that character. NicoBean could play T'Challa 10 years from now. You know who we gonna think about? Oh, good God Almighty. Oh, come on, somebody. Listen, Mr. Ray Smith in the building. We could do a retroactive thing or a faraway scene or alternate universe where we're looking at older T'Challa, more mature T'Challa. You know who we gonna think about first? We're gonna think about the Chadwick Boseman playing that role.
And we can bring it home like this. Have you forgotten who Adam West is?
Hell no.
Have you forgotten who Michael Keaton is?
Nope.
Have you forgotten who Christian Bale is? No, you haven't. You haven't forgotten any of those characters who played Batman because they brought something to it that the previous person didn't. Not to say it was better.
Watch this, D. I like this.
I can never surpass you. I can only succeed you.
Watch this, D. Watch this. Anti-recasters love to say, well, what if the person isn't as good as Chadwick Boseman? Here we go. Y'all ready? The perception of Val Kilmer and George Clooney playing that role wasn't as good as Michael Keaton. They didn't kill off the character. We seem to still keep getting Batman damn movies, don't we? Don't we?
Yeah.
And did it hurt George Clooney's career? Because he did get a negative perception from his portrayal of Bruce Wayne in that movie. Didn't George Clooney go on to do other movies too? Yes, he did. So stop looking at the black man because it really is racist at the end of the damn day. Stop acting like we can't do what other ethnicities, other cultures, other races have done. Stop doing that because as a black man, you pissing me the hell off. The civil rights era ain't that far away where I couldn't remember my grandfather telling me he was told the same damn thing. Just this time around, instead of somebody that don't look like us telling us we not qualified, it's us telling us we're not qualified.
And that's what's even more
look like the live chat is slowly populating. We got Ray Smith, we got Ronnie J. What up, Ronnie? And of course, Ms. Alicia Butler. Want to give shouts out to the queen. Want to give shouts out to the queen. What's poppin'? What's going on, sis? We in here. We in the building. We doing this, man. And I'm gonna just be transparent. We doing this, man, because we want to get the young brother's numbers up. You know what I'm saying? You know, he came to us, you know, because he got a passion about this thing, and he sincerely want to get out here and make an impact. And like my man Theo always say, you know, united voices are louder voices. So let's get united. Let's get loud. That's what we're doing.
If we know you, we gotta grow you.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Okay. All right. So that's what we in here for. And you know, how we get down, we discuss all things Chadwick Boseman, we discuss all things T'Challa, and I got a video I'm getting ready to drop here. Probably after we get off this live, and and ask the question, is the MCU waning? And from what I can see, and the article comes from CBR. So if y'all put credence in CBR, or y'all care anything about what CBR say, and also they ain't the only ones saying it. So it's some stuff that's going on with the MCU. It ain't just crackpots and conspiracy theorists noticing it. You know what I'm saying? It's regular everyday people. So now when folks like CBR start to notice it, then folks start going, but it's the same thing we've been saying for the better part of a year.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say was, when we started saying this, and initially we had E-Man come out and say, do not make Chadwick Boseman's death a plot point in this next movie.
Uh-oh.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure they did see that. They saw that exact thing when he said that. And it's like, they said, okay, well, and I've thought about this over and over again when it comes to when Theo, you said at the end of the day it's a business transaction, when it's always business thought. The logical thing to do is, if you're still trying to cater to that audience that you had at the beginning when you first started the MCU, and you know people are going back and reading the comic books, even when you have comic books like this, where you have the prequel to the movie, and you actually have it, you actually making comic books that are connected to your movies. So I got a question with that. So I went to Barnes and Noble and I saw all the ones that they created that were preludes to the movies that were coming out. And I'm like, okay, so you saying this is a 616 universe, but you're taking bits and pieces from not only the 616, you're taking bits and pieces from the Ultimate Universe. And I remember, Theo, you said this is Earth 199999. And I'm like, okay, all right. That's one thing to put it. And so when they have it that, and when you look at when Shuri and T'Challa both put on the suit, where you actually have a frame where they're suiting up, getting ready to go handle business, and you say, okay, Namor is one of those people where they suited up together, but even though Shuri faced Namor by himself, she wasn't able to handle him at the end of the day. And it took T'Challa to clean up her mess, because anytime when T'Challa was gone and Shuri had to take over, she was not doing what T'Challa was doing.
I'm gonna say it like this. They have different ways of approaching things. It's where, and D, help me out with this. It's because we talked about this. You say you went to Barnes and Noble and everything like that. It's question of, what is your marketing strategy? Because you could have did this for the first movie, and you would have had diehard Black Panther fans, not the casual fan, diehard Black Panther fans partake of this. But now that diehard Black Panther fans know you're killing off the titular character, it's no different than with the stuff, the merchandise that they have in the toy stores. You printed out these books. You printed out these books for an audience that this movie is aimed at, that never picked up your books by and large in the first place. You're making comic books for an audience that doesn't really care about comic book. Then you spin it forward to the character.
And if we talk about
shout out to K-Dot for the leak that he did.
If we talking about comic books,
Shuri sparing Namor's life ain't happening.
This is what that movie should have been called. Not Wakanda Forever, The World of Wakanda.
That way, Roxanne Gay could have got all her cred, all her props, all her money and everything like that, like she's supposed to. But this movie, you don't even have Shuri. And Mr. Ray Smith touched on it before. Every Black Panther that has ever existed is a natural born killer. They've killed. You killed off T'Chaka in Civil War. He was a victim of circumstance. T'Challa would have killed Zemo then. If we talking comic books and everything like that, somebody got to come in and save Zemo. It ain't where T'Challa just gonna let him live. So when you look at leaks, for the plot leaks for the second movie, You literally got Shorty with Namor at her beck and call. That's not how that played out in Deadliest of the Species. She was going to kill him and would have if he hadn't got to the water. So if you got him in a weakened condition, she's not finna spare his life. T'Challa wouldn't have spared his life. And he's responsible for Ramunda being dead too. She'd have killed him right then, right there. But watch this. You got M'Baku, man-ape. The man-ape is telling her not to kill somebody. Since when M'Baku told somebody not to kill somebody?
Don't even get me started on that, because it's funny to me, and I will admit, when 2018's Black Panther came out, I was a little bit uninformed. I was just excited to see a character that looked like me for the first time ever to be mainstream. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of background to what I was introduced to, because my father, he introduced me to the whole entire superhero genre, and I just took it and ran with it. And so he introduced me to the superhero genre. He introduced me to Crystal Reed Superman. That was my Superman. He introduced me to Ang Lee's Hulk, 2003. He introduced me to Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and that's what I grew up on. And I grew up on all that. I didn't know anything about Luke Cage. I didn't know anything about Lightning. I didn't know anything about John Stewart. I didn't know about any of that. And it took till I think it took until 20. And I remember seeing when I didn't even know there was an end credit scene to Iron Man until I found out about that in 2012. I was like, when did that happen? Because I didn't go see Iron Man in theaters. We got that on DVD and we just watched the movie. It's the end credit scene. So we had that, and then when people started saying you might want to stay, I was like, and then knowing my dad, we always stayed to let the crowd go on and to try to wait till the crowd gets down outside because everybody leaving the theaters. So we stay in the theaters. We start seeing where everybody going. There's something else to come on, and so we seeing how slowly they're building up the stories and having different things come out. And then when I saw Nick Fury, I was like, hold up, Nick Fury black? I didn't know that. And so, and it's funny because the only reason they kept Nick Fury as black because they used Samuel Jackson's likeness. Once again, use somebody else's likeness when they're not supposed to. Samuel Jackson caught wind of that. He said, look here, y'all either gonna put me in the movies or I'm gonna sue the shit out of y'all. So,
the fact that they didn't have him in the Infinity Saga like they were supposed to, like the last two movies, he's upset about it. He's like, how you gonna have a dude that assembled everybody not be around for the biggest war? Exactly.
And what's even more pressing is they put him only in the second Avengers movie, and we didn't see him until after the very end of Endgame. When he came back, he off in space dealing with Sword. And I'm like, okay, so we got that. We got Falcon, who, in my opinion, should not be Captain America right now. It really shouldn't. It should be Bucky, because we haven't had a significant character building arc with even that are out now. And so, and even to the point where Luke Cage, who's in Netflix, I don't understand why they have not brought him into the MCU. I really don't. And we talking about taking advantage of times we have now. This dude has moved on to another project that was in Netflix. And I'm pretty sure if he did, because I'm seeing how all throughout the behind the scenes where the actors are wearing the costumes and going to the comic stores and buying these comics to figure out who they're playing, Mike Coulter did the work just like Chadwick Boseman did. And he actually read the comic books.
You asked the question. The question is too simple to answer. What are they doing? Just go look at this. Like, nobody wants to make it that simple. What we don't want to say reminds me of why we didn't want to say Colin Kaepernick was no longer in the NFL. It was racism. Look at the black character's screen time. Just pause for a second. Just look at all of their screen time. It ain't nowhere near their Caucasian counterparts. Even the main actor for Black Panther was even only in his movie a third of the time. It get to at some point, common sense is no longer common. We see what's playing out right before us. Okay, well, with this black actor, they decided they was going to honor this black actor in ways they've never honored any other actor. Then just to double down on it, after the Caucasian actor passed away, They didn't even tell you that they wasn't gonna recast. No, they just let it sit out there. Then they went and got another credible actor to play that particular character, all the while telling us we don't have any more credible actors to play that particular character. Using us to push that narrative in ways they would never push that narrative themselves. What is it? It's called you black.
And we're fighting amongst ourselves about it. We're fighting amongst ourselves. Black people are fighting and arguing and trolling and battling against each other. Black men are fighting and battling against black women. And Disney is just sitting back like,
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'll take your money while y'all are being divided and dichotomized. We'll take your money because we as black people are like the most copious consumers of petty stuff, useless stuff, ephemeral stuff on the planet. And I ain't saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because that's a fact. 11 billion a year on bullshit.
It should be as simple as if me and D-Real can come on and shout out Taku, who's a member of the LGBTQ, and we can tell our fans, Black Panther fans, Wakanda fans, that Taku was the head of security for T'Challa. It wasn't Wakabi, it was Taku. If we can talk about the fact that Taku had a loving relationship with a reformed Caucasian man, Venom, if we notice the LGBT community that say they love Chadwick Boseman, they should be bringing us in because we're highlighting it. We put love on it. If we can sit there and say, no, Anika should have been in the first movie, because we know, you know what we got? We'll have LGBTQ members and some people that dislike LGBT communities come at us and disparage us for the knowledge that we have. All the while trying to make it seem like we hate black women or we hate black gay people. No, we telling y'all that they in there. We telling you the other woman should have been running stuff. We telling you that. How are you looking at, you know what it is? It's cause we black. It's cause we black. We're not looked at being that knowledgeable about, there's no way in the world, D, watch this, with your gray hairs eloquently hanging in your chin. There's no way in the world our brethren would look at us and hold us in the same prestige that they will hold others that know as much as they do about a Clark Kent.
Yeah.
About a Bruce Wayne. Yeah. They will go to them to get the knowledge about, because when I look on YouTube, not even the ones that don't look like us that claim to know, they haven't said what we've said about T'Challa. Why? Because that's not their God. That's our God. But people look at us, and because of the melanin in our skin, even our own people look at us as not being the de facto experts on this particular character. No, I got called a crack. We crackpots. We crackpots. We conspiracy theories. Or I think I just got called an idiot today. But we're not gonna get called knowledgeable when even the anti-recast.
And see, right there, Theo, is where I draw the line. You could disagree with me, you could debate, and you can argue with me, but when you call me out of my name, I'm done. I'm not talking with you. I'm not keeping your comments up on my page. If you don't know how to articulate your words, you don't know how to use your big boy language, you can't talk to me. And I'm not going to sit on no page and just going back and forth with somebody calling me out of my name. I'm like, nah, you're done. And real quick, to go back to something that Nico was saying about the comics. This is something else that we really need to be aware of and pay attention. As far back as Blade.
Oh, Lord.
The comics always emulate what's going on cinematically. Yeah. You check every movie going forward. Blade, Fantastic Four, X-Men, all that. The comics emulate what's going on cinematically. What's going on cinematically right now, or getting ready to go on next week, with T'Challa. Don't be surprised when you see a comic book that says the death of T'Challa, or the death of the Black Panther, or some crap like that.
I don't think that's going to
happen. It's going to happen. Watch.
I don't think that's going to happen. If they do that, it'll be like a 1999 comic book. But there's a lot of pushback from comic book fans in the MCU, and I'm looking at this throughout YouTube and everything. Everybody is eviscerating John Ridley for his particular portrayal of the character and everything like that. And here's what I'm looking at. And I'm saying is, and I could be wrong, but Marcus and I talked about it before. It's almost like the Black writers come on and they got to drag T'Challa first before they get to tell the stories they want to tell. That makes me sit back and say, wait a minute, because I asked Mr. Smith about this, because he checked out a Ta-Nehisi Coates run. I came in late. By then, Ta-Nehisi Coates had started with the Intergalactic Empire. So I asked Mr. Smith, I said, what was his first story like? He said, I didn't really care for him because he was making T'Challa look bad. So I'm like, we know there's an edict where T'Challa and Aurora can't be married because they don't know how to make that work. I don't know why, but clearly there's successful husband and wife teams running around. Please see Jay-Z and Beyonce, but I guess them two can't do it. But we know there's an edict there. So now it makes me sit back and say, okay, John Ridley, are you under orders where you got to drag this dude first before you tell us, give us the stories that we want? Because you can't kill him off. He's too popular, and he ain't just popular to the Black demographic. He ain't just popular to the Black male demographic. So you make this move, all hell gonna break loose in Marvel Comics.
Yeah, okay.
And even, and I like to speak to that because I was watching. There's two YouTubers where they talk about the business aspect of what the MCU, WB, and what recently, I don't know if y'all saw this, James Gunn is now the head of the DC films over at WB, and so
good for WB.
Yeah, and what's even funny about that is when it comes to and I noticed this, I'm gonna switch for a small second to DC. When Black Lightning was running and the hype about it was going up because it was the very first ever Black-led TV show in the CW's Arrowverse. You had them setting up not only Black Lightning, but I don't know why they did not go with the Black person who was playing John Diggle, and it came out to be that his father was a steward. We had John Stewart right there, and I'm like, please grab that, take hold of that, please, because that will make you so much money for people to actually pay attention to these comics.
You know what? That was a missed moment.
Exactly.
Like, I sat up there when they revealed that John Diggle's stepfather's last name was Stewart, and they had Black Lightning coming on right after this show, or the very next night. I was like, that's his sister that Jefferson Pierce is married to.
Yeah.
Why you gonna do a crossover with this? I was sitting but watch this. The comic book fan knew that. See, the comic book fan knew that. See, this is when you get to look at people that claim we want Black superheroes, Black representation, everything like that. Where was you at on this? Because you should have said something. You should have called for this. This was a missed opportunity. And first of all, the brother that plays John Diggle, what's his name? D-Real? Magnificent.
Give me
hold on, I'm about to put it right here. I got it. I got you. Hold on.
I want to say, first of all, Mr. Ray Smith and Grand Madam Tarot, if she's here.
David Ramsey. That's his name. David Ramsey. David Ramsey.
David Ramsey has been around for a long time. Like me being acquainted with David Ramsey was when he played a minister on a Black sitcom on NBC in the 80s. David Ramsey has been around for a long time.
Wow.
You want to talk
Dexter.
about it?
He was on Dexter.
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah. You want to talk about an actor, a Black actor? No different than Cress Williams, because I didn't see Cress Williams being able to play that role coming from Living Single. So when people start asking about what are the qualified Black actors at, There are plenty qualified Black actors out there. They're just not being given opportunities to act. And this is when I got to turn around. And because, watch this, these Black actors are not the actors that's like Chadwick Boseman. They aren't going to just take any role you give them.
Yeah.
They are thespians. They are trained. They want roles that are going to move the needle. They want roles that move something to their people. So they're not going to take on the role of the drug dealer. They're not going to take on the role of the gangbanger. Unless them roles serve a purpose, they're not doing that. So when we got people like, well, who can play this? Who can play that? David Ramsey is a what? I can't even say just a black belt. That dude is highly trained in martial arts. He'll put hands on you. Cress Williams, well, hell, last time we looked at him on CW show, he was 2-3 inches taller than Superman. So he could be a physically imposing presence. And he's played the role of a superhero. So stop. We didn't give him a
Blue Marvel.
Yes. So stop saying it.
Yes.
Stop saying
I can totally see him as a Blue Marvel.
Even the brother that played on I was talking about this on I think I said it on my live on Black Lightning. The brother that played on Black Lightning, Painkiller. Why he ain't a damn superhero somewhere? The brother that played Superfly.
He should have been playing Static Shock, and I was so mad about that.
The dude that plays Superfly, Trevor Jackson. He's 6 feet tall. He's a good-looking brother. He's got an athletic build. Why he ain't playing nobody? What about the dude that plays opposite of Tay Diggs in the TV show All American? I want to stop saying we ain't got qualified Black actors. Just say you don't want to cast them. Just tell me you don't know their damn name. But stop acting like, because watch this, you didn't know who in the hell Chadwick Boseman was. Quite a few of them didn't know who the hell Chadwick Boseman was till he put on that damn mantle. And they lying about it.
That part right there, to say an actor cannot play a role and not even give an actor a chance to play a role, that is the most backward shit I have ever heard in my life. How do you know that actor can't play that? You didn't know Chadwick Boseman could play the Black Panther until Chadwick Boseman played the Black Panther. And then to turn around and say the role is so iconic that it transcends all iterations of the character across all forms of media, presumptuous and arrogant.
You know what? It's funny to me. I hear this and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Like, Theo, you're going too far. Whenever I hear somebody that don't look like me say that there's nobody that can replace Chadwick Boseman, you're telling me I'm not qualified to replace one of my own. Damn, that's an arrogant ass statement. That's an entitled ass statement. That's an emboldened statement. So you can replace you all day long, which means you ain't that damn good. But I'm that damn good where I can't replace me. And you gonna tell me that, and I'm supposed to take that from somebody that don't look like me, that got all their damn heroes running around here, got the babies of the heroes running around here and everything like that. And you watching your heroes, the babies of your heroes with your children and your grandchildren, it sounds mighty entitled to me. It comes across mighty damn entitled.
When you talk about the babies of the heroes, I remember at the end of 2018, the first Black Panther film, when we had Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa, see that little boy, and that little boy says, "Who are you?" So now you about to tell us that now T'Challa's about to be gone. You about to have another T'Challa Jr. And now we about to say, okay, well, who this cat is? Oh, I'm the son of so-and-so.
I see the perfect response in the comments. And it's being said by none other than Mr. Ray Smith. They didn't know Michael Keaton could play Batman.
Nobody did.
Stop it. Stop saying, oh, no, nobody. Yeah, because Michael Keaton is the last.
Mr. Mom,
that's the last mug you expected to be able to play Batman. Okay? And they was talking about Clint Eastwood, James Caan, and all of these mugs, and you got a little undersized comedian that knocked it out of the park.
Come on, somebody. What? Help me with this. Help me with this, because I go back to this. Because Nico stated it earlier. D-Real, you touched on it too. damn near every Marvel story that we got stuck to the source material, the origin story. Who the hell, what the hell, where the hell, why the hell is in Jobu? Where that come from? Because that was a deviation for no damn reason whatsoever. I got an uncle that then took up the, since we calling it a mantle, and nobody, you know what, crazy, because the anti-casters never mentioned Sion as having worn the damn mantle. Crazy. I guess because you know damn good and well, and Jobu ain't never worn the damn mantle because his ass don't exist. Anyway, Sion. What was wrong with Sion? Ladies, the dude that died for Queen Ramonda, see, the way this can happen in the movie, because the way they pulling it off the comic book pages, that was supposed to be Sion that died instead of Ramonda, so Ramonda could go on living, because he actually did in the comics lay his life down for Queen Ramonda. What? Here we go. I get it. Ryan Coogler, you want to be from the damn hood. You want to be a thug. I'm taking the gloves off. Sit down in front of a damn camera, Ryan Coogler, you and Nate Moore, and tell us why you got rid of Uncle Sion and cast him aside for a traitorous, no good in Jobu. Tell us. I don't want no more soft story. I don't want no more no softball questions being thrown at him. That really should be why he doing his so-called Black Panther podcast. I don't give a damn about none of that. Sit down.
Hey, Theo, he's a fan of Major League.
Listen, I need both their asses to tell me why is Jobu instead of Sion. I don't want to hear nothing from no damn anti-caster because they can't tell me a damn thing about they don't even know what Sion's nickname is. So I don't want to hear nothing from them. No, I need the two black men that wanted to say they wanted to put this damn movie that said you gotta fall in love with T'Challa to fall in love with Connor. I need they two black asses in front of me to answer that damn question about Sion. I don't want to talk about nothing else because that, if we address Sion, we ain't even talking about the rest of this damn movie. We don't, because we in the first 5 minutes of this damn movie. What was wrong with Sion, Ryan Coogler? Was he not honorable enough? Was he not a nigga enough? Was he not thug enough? Was he not hood enough? Was he not doggish a damn enough? What was wrong with the black man that would sacrifice his life for his fucking
family? And the crowd goes wild. Now, here's the thing that I want to get at. The crux. It's okay. We grown. The crux of it is this. We started talking about this whole thing because of misrepresentation and people in positions of power driving the narrative of misrepresentation, and that misrepresentation isn't even seen because when I, as a black man, try to point out that misrepresentation to other black men and black women, they tell me I'm not being black because I'm not supporting a black man's project, not knowing that this black man who they all caping for, who they all getting behind, is what?
And I want to add on to that.
A tool?
Biracial? You mean biracial? Did you want to point that out?
I'm talking about Ryan Coogler putting projects out here with the tropes that he puts them out there with. And if anybody like me or Theo or Nico has the gall to say anything about these projects and say this man does not understand what he's doing because he keeps doing these same tropes, but everybody keep getting behind him because we're just desperate to have a black man in a position doing something great that we'll just accept whatever he does. We ain't gonna question it. We ain't gonna ask nothing about it. And especially people who read Black Panther comic books need to understand, look, I know that's Ryan Coogler, but he's doing that shit wrong. I know that's Ryan Coogler, but he's doing that shit wrong. Ryan Coogler's the man, 100 grand and all of that, but he's doing that shit wrong. I'm less black for pointing that out. Gotta call bullshit on that.
So there's somebody that rocks with us that's from the same area that Ryan that's got a homeboy from the same area as Ryan Coogler's from.
I know who you're talking about, and he can get
it. Please
quiet as kept. I know that was you in my live. if you gotta go to all of that trouble to disguise yourself to get into my live, who's doing what wrong?
But no, this is somebody they hit me up with some information. Basically, so Ryan Coogler is two towns, two suburbs next to each other, and the black kids that stay in one part of the suburb, they want to be like the black kids that stay in the other part of the suburb. They want to be the down ones. So they pick up the lingo, they pick up the antics and everything like that. But they want to live that lifestyle, but their parents ain't really letting them live that lifestyle. So I said, okay. And then I got Nico sending me, hey, link, podcast and everything like that. And I'm listening to how he talked. He talked, this me, I could be putting too much on it. I could be. But he talked low key like he a thug, like, you know what I'm saying? So, we're trying to do all this and everything, trying to really look out for my homeboy chat with. Bro, you a director. You're not a rapper. All this, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No. You are a writer. You know how to put words together. Your hands in your pocket. You just want to keep it like this, you know what I'm saying? We just felt like when it was all said and done, we really couldn't see nobody else like, yeah, we both, you know what I'm saying? Represent and just come out there and do our thing. So, we just want to put the whole movie together like we felt like and everything, you know what I'm saying? And we just want to put so much love on it. Sometimes you just got to put the realness into the movie and everything like that. Sometimes just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, who are you talking to? Why do you sound like a whole ass thug over here that just finished coming out the rap studio mumble rapping? You ain't no thug with your hair braided all down. You a pretty boy, Ryan Coogler. You are a pretty boy. I don't give a damn how many thuggish stories you write. When you roll up on the set, nobody grabs their piece. If anything, we grab our camera to be like, damn, that's Ryan Coogler. Nobody's scared of you, Ryan. Nobody, bro. Like, you not a thug, bro. You not. I get it. Changing, call yourself Rye. Or call yourself Riri, R-Y-R-Y, if you want to be hard.
Just to put that in perspective, Theo, Oakland, California is surrounded by a lot of calm, quiet places. There are a lot of calm, quiet. There are places like Pinole and places like Appian Way and there's very quiet subsections outside. But because it's close to Oakland, we all say, "Well, I'm from Oakland. I'm from Oakland." If they ain't telling you where in Oakland that they from, more than likely they from an outlying area.
He ain't act like that when 5-0 pulled up at the bank. He ain't act hard.
He was quiet.
He acted like a director. What's going on? Yeah. What is the problem? What is going on around here? You heard how he didn't even talk like that. He wasn't talking like that. That accent wasn't like that. Man, I just don't. It wasn't no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't hear the sh sound when he was using the S's.
He got an account with Bank of America.
He articulated himself.
That should tell you everything you need to know. Look up Bank of America and they business practices as they relate to.
Look at the interview. Because I think I probably find when the police pulled up on the scene. He didn't talk like he was no thug. He talked like he had a college degree. That's how he talked. He talked like he had a college. I don't understand what the problem is. He didn't say, I don't understand what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? No, he said, I don't understand what the problem is. I just can't. Yeah, he sounded like me and D-Real. Sounded like, yeah, you know how to put your S's together, your apostrophes, your consonants, your vowels, your syllables. You know how to do all that. But in the podcast, you're a whole.
When you talk about the podcast,
interesting. Hold up. Interesting chit chat in the chat. Kamoyo Kid say, I grew up in the projects. Ryan talked like someone who ain't from the projects, a manufactured gangster.
And then he said Ryan is Shamar Moore in a dairy of mad black woman.
Yeah, I just had trouble believing you was gangster. Yeah, facts. And at Kamoyo Kid, yes, I did. Soon as we get done here, I'm gonna put that out. Don't worry. Yes, the whole bank scenario was odd, wasn't it? That it got mentioned 2 months after the fact that it happened, and them 2 months. Oh, are we having another Disney shareholder meeting?
Nobody wanted to say anything about that. Like, we get wrong for pointing out, like, bro, wait a minute. Here we go.
That's wrong, man. That brother got a gun held on him. Like, black men ain't never had guns held on them. I mean, I sound callous. I sound cruel.
No, D, you not callous. I like this one. When did Takeoff die?
Tuesday? Monday?
When did we find out about it?
Thursday?
We found out the morning of.
Wednesday, Thursday?
How long did it take us to figure out? How long did it take us before we found out that Nipsey Hussle got killed?
Hours.
Like that same day.
Yeah.
Hold on, because I can keep going. What about Pop Smoke?
Hours.
That shit dropped. It just dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm finna. So what's the difference between them 3 people and us finding out within hours that they got killed, and this dude almost lost his life, as Roland Martin articulated, and we didn't find out till 60 days later?
Because Disney covered it up. Disney was tight-knit with Ryan Coogler. They knew that they had to protect him, and they didn't want the bad publicity. So they decided to keep that on the laps.
That's not, Nick, no, stay with it, Nico. That's not bad publicity. He's a high-profile black man. If anything, this throws some light on the need for positive black representation, because he got profile. You waited till you had your shareholders' investment day.
That's a bad look in and of itself. You waited till that day.
That looks very strategic to me, Theo.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying that's why my channel called. I ain't saying. I'm just saying, when these other people got popped, how long did it take for us to realize Aaliyah passed away? Wasn't that the same day? It's before social media. Left Eye? Huh? I ain't saying.
That was before smartphones.
Wait, hold on. Because Ryan Coogler didn't die. How long did it take us to find out that Kodak Black had got arrested?
Same day.
What a
day.
That was
other rappers that got them RICO charges. How long it take for us to find out them rappers got RICO charges on them?
Instantly.
Like, it don't take long for bad news to circle about black people. Bad news. Ryan Coogler, 60 whole damn days. But I'm wrong for asking.
I mean, and let's go. I mean, if we really going, Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd.
Wasn't that right there, right there?
That was the same day.
Didn't take no 60 days to find out about it. And nobody finds that strange.
Watch this. The only thing we can say about Ahmaud Arbery is that the people that killed him got to sit home for damn near 60 days until people went to go see about their ass. That's it. But other than that, we've been knowing Ahmaud Arbery. Wait, here we go. And I don't even like doing this because I still got an issue with George Zimmerman walking around. I still got a problem with that. It didn't take long for us to find out about Trayvon Martin.
No,
matter of fact, anytime something tragic happens to us as a people, it makes headline news right then, right there. We ain't even gotta die. We just gotta be looked at stupid. Hell, we get headline breaking news when Karens talk to us crazy. So this dude got treated crazy, and we don't find out for 60 days later, but the so-called journalists, black journalists, don't have enough journalistic integrity to do their damn job, to ask that question, why? You want me to be upset? You want me to fear for his life 60 days after the fact? You want me to be concerned about the fact he could have lost his life 60 days after the fact? No, that sounds too much like you still want me to be crying 2 years after the fact. See what I just did?
Yep.
I just did. No, I'm not gonna be concerned 2 months after the fact. He's a black man. You should have let me know right then, right there. I probably would have been down there for Ryan Coogler because I don't want to see nothing bad happen to that brother. But just because I don't want to see anything bad happen to him doesn't mean I'm going to give him a pass to disrespect and misrepresent my black people just because he happens to be what some perceive to be the latest, greatest hotness when it comes to displaying my image on film. No, he's displaying his own damn image on film. He don't represent me. He don't represent our people. He represents him and the crew that he wants to represent, because you still got to tell me why Michael B. Jordan wound up in this damn movie.
Wait, time out. Michael B. Jordan is not. I hope not. If you got,
no, don't hope. No, don't hope. Don't hope. Don't hope.
No. I ain't hoping nothing. I said, hold on.
Seen the leaks? You ain't seen the leaks, my brother.
I mean, I saw the leaks. About, why? Hold on. Oh.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan is in Wakanda forever.
Hey, that yellow suit was hard.
Hey, Nico. Here's the thing. If you're Shuri and you go to the ancestral plane, who do you expect to see there to talk to you and counsel you?
Either your brother or your father. Period.
Wait, watch this. Her brother wasn't there. Her daddy wasn't there. Her grandfather wasn't there. Her great auntie wasn't there. Her other great grandfather wasn't there. Her other great auntie wasn't there. Basinga wasn't there. Mosi wasn't there. You know who we got up in there?
No Nahanda.
None of that. We got the dude who didn't even call himself a Black Panther. We got a dude who actually prays to a whole different deity. The Golden Jaguar.
He called himself the Golden Jaguar, and he tried to kill you. This is the person.
Now watch this.
This is the person that your God sends to talk to you.
Watch this. Now, here's the funny part. He actually praised the bastard sister. That's who Killmonger worships, bastard sister.
Sekhmet, correct? Sekhmet.
Nah, not Sekhmet. She's what they refer to as the one whose name should not be mentioned. But yeah.
Really?
Voldemort.
Yeah. So when we looking at this, it's like there were so many reasons she shouldn't have seen this dude that clearly you just wanted your homeboy to get paid. Because if Michael B. Jordan ain't in this movie, he ain't getting no paycheck for this movie. So
ever since Fruitvale Station, they've been like this. Ever since Fruitvale Station, they've been locked in like this. And like it's like Michael B. Jordan is one to say, "Oh, so we co-sign another Black guy? All right, cool. I'll be in that. Cool, let's do that."
Ready? Watch this. If
they
we can
going
write
in the comments, right? I love it. I love it.
If we can write in Jobu and we got Simone Bozeman there, you know what I could have did? I would have went to Simone Bozeman. I'd be like, would you be okay being an ancient panther? Because I can continue Chadwick Boseman's legacy like that. Because we ain't really told no stories of Nahant.
No, we haven't. And we know we got light-skinned folk that's in Wakanda too. So that's another thing.
It could have been like, I would like for you, because that's another powerful tear-jerking moment. For Shuri to visit the astral plane and see Simone Bozeman as Nahanda. She said, well, where's my brother at? Your brother hasn't made it here. Now that's another Black. Now watch this. But I'm misogynistic. But I just wrote a role for another Black woman in this movie that would have made sense because she's related to her. But I'm misogynistic. I don't want to see women be successful in this movie. But me as a heterosexual Black male, I just cast another Black woman in this movie, which would take it up to 8, right? Because it makes sense. No, we're not misogynistic. We just want the damn story told right.
And I wanted
it's misogynoir, Theo. It's misogynoir. We got to be specific with our hatred.
And I wanted to point something out.
Will the foolishness never ever stop?
Did you see the comment? Did you see the comment?
I ain't got the energy for that shit. I really don't have the energy for it.
I like what Bill Berg said. He said that Cougar probably thought not recasting was going to be the standard at Marvel. Then William Hurt happened. And I respect the hell out of that. I just got a question of once, because let's say I'm Ryan Coogler. I'm Nate Moore, and we standing on principle. We didn't got the word down from our bosses, our superiors, that we can't recast the character. Cool. Everybody got to follow orders. Okay, when they came to you and they said, well, we're going to recast William Hurt, why weren't our Black representatives in the Marvel exec offices saying, no, you're not? No, you're not. If you finna recast Thunderbolt Ross,
a side character,
we finna change up this whole end credit scene. No, it's either Thunderbolt Ross stay dead, just like T'Challa staying dead, or what we finna do is we finna flip up everything. Black or not. I'm with you, Belly. He could have very well felt that way. But bro, at what point in time do you sit back and say, no, I ain't gonna let you do my people like that? Like we supposed to be all in the same game. How you let them run that play on you and you pulling at my hearts and strings because I'm black. That's why you doing it. So if you're going to pull at my hearts and strings because I'm black, then brother, represent me because I'm black. Don't be conditional with your blackness. Be full time with it. And that William Hurt decision, that was the black executives being conditional with their blackness. That was the whole damn cast and crew being conditional with their blackness. It's black when it's convenient. That's where I'm at with it.
And I would like to I'm gonna add on to that, but I'm gonna say this. The guy who played in Blood Diamond, Digimon Hunsen.
What up, K-Pop? What up, K-Pop in the building?
He was the perfect person to play Scion. And even to the point where before they announced Black Panther and people started doing fan cast, they had Digimon Hunsen as T'Challa because he voiced T'Challa in the BET special back in 2009. And so we have all these black actors that have voiced T'Challa from the characters from specials on past, even to now. And when I look up these actors, I'm like, okay, you say you don't want to recast, but then even to the point where E-Man has said, and to the point where I shared with y'all on Twitter, where they had two actors. One was from actual Africa, and Yolande Noel came out and said, if the powers that be, which I don't like when people say if the powers that be, if you voice your opinion and say that you want to play this character and carry on this role, that is a perfect resolution to the conundrum that you have when you're saying you don't have nobody else to play this role.
But here's what happened. You're right. The reason why he voiced it like that is because of the division in black people. This should have been a slam dunk. Once Derek Bozeman made his statement, because as I said to somebody else before, the predominant religion in America amongst black people is Christianity. Okay, here's a black pastor. The black pastor said it first. He talked first. The black pastor, he's the brother of the dude that y'all say y'all love.
Yep.
What wound up happening is, and this is, like I said, Chadwick Boseman's death revealed way too much to me in regards to how fractured the black community is. Even though somebody black that's a Christian feels comfortable enough to walk up to me and ask me, have I been baptized? Have I been saved? Have I accepted my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Have I done that? They couldn't walk lockstep with the black pastor. I know too many black Christians that don't give two damns about what Derek Bozeman say. Well, we just had a woman on Twitter say she's a loving wife. I'm gonna say she's a married woman, loving mother, daughter of God, but she chose to disparage Miss Bozeman's ethnicity every chance she got. So if she's not a racist, she's a bigot, right? But we say we Christians, right? That's what we say. I don't think God ever said he was a bigot. I don't think God ever said he hated his fellow man. I don't think that's where we at, right? So how is it black people in this country who say they love the actor, who by and large consider themselves Christians, ignore and disparage the black pastor for a white businessman?
Yeah.
How do black people who know what it's like to lose a loved one, because I know quite a few of them, you not finna go to no movie theater and see the death of your loved one play out on the big screen. You know that. Shout out to Kaiser Slevin for cognitive dissonance. But that's what we're looking at. Us saying we black over here is the worst damn thing we can say in this country, because black is not a unifying state. White is. White is a unifying statement, but black is not a unifying statement. You can look at Black Lives Matter. That's not unity. You can look at black feminists. That's not unity. You can look at black LGBTQ. That's not unity. No, I'm black and I'm proud. Wakanda exemplifies everything about being black and proud, whether you be male, whether you be female, whether you be a member from the LGBT community. And the actor that played it, he understood it. That's why he wanted to bring the role to life. And the actor's brother, who's a black Christian pastor, understood it, which is why he was able to articulate and say, they don't want that man to leave. No, you know what it is? You don't want a black man to walk around and say, if you don't want a black man that's comfortable, strong in his heterosexuality, you don't want that black man walking arm in arm with members of the black LGBT community, because no, then that's true black power. And that's what T'Challa is. Wakanda is. Vibranium is not the power in Wakanda. It's the unification of all Wakandans, regardless of who they are or what they identify. And that's why they don't want this damn character on the big screen.
Yeah, I remember the cover with Black Panther where he had the fist up. I remember that. I remember that vividly when they did that.
Think about it. The dude had every damn superhero in Wakanda, had every damn black superhero and damn every black supervillain in Wakanda, defending Wakanda against the Eric Killmonger symbiote that was coming. Black superheroes we hadn't seen. And that's why I got to give shout out to Ta-Nehisi Coates. He put black superheroes in that book that we had not seen in ages. That's what T'Challa represents. That's what Wakanda represents. And that's why they're giving us this bull fractured version of Wakanda, where it's only like, we ain't worried about everybody.
Because see, and like I said before, a business standpoint, like I said, with T'Challa and Shuri suiting up, but we could have also had, and I remember seeing this where Chadwick say he's not interested in a Disney Plus series, but if we flipped it and they actually did do what they were supposed to do with this telling a story, bringing the story arc, we could have had not only the Okoye series and whatever series where we're expanding on the characters, we could have had Black Panther and the crew with Luke Cage, Misty Knight, what else? Who was that? Manifold. We could have all that, and we could have had other black characters coming in.
You could have had the Hatutaze. You could have had Zara Vare, because actually he's an underutilized character and everything like that. You could have had Zara Vare. I know Daryl is gonna get up here. You could have had Baron McCabe or Baron Macabre, whatever you're gonna call him, and everything like that. There's so many. I don't like the fact that I know about T'Challa's Rogues Gallery, and if his Rogues Gallery was to get the shine and attention that it's supposed to, his Rogue Gallery would damn near be just as impressive, if not, well, I'm gonna say just as impressive as the Flash's Rogues Gallery, as Batman Rogues Gallery. But we don't.
He's got a Rogues Gallery, but nobody takes the time or has taken, and that's something I can't understand. Over 50 plus years, you ain't took the time to develop this man's Rogues Gallery. Just got, a Somber laying over here, a Salamander Cruel laying over there, a Kyber the Cruel over here, a Solomon Prey over there, and it's like, okay, we ain't gonna take none of these cats and make them into, do they all share a mutual hate? Why don't they all gang up on him one day?
Like honestly, I don't want to equate it to Harry Potter, but if people can get behind the mythology behind Harry Potter, the rich, vast storytelling, world building of the character, because we still telling Harry Potter stories. We just evolved the story. What are they calling them now, D? What are the Harry Potter stories we telling right now?
Where can we find them?
No, I'm saying like with the other characters, because the stories that they got.
Oh, the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
From that world. So when we look at T'Challa's world, this dude got so many. If Batman got a Gotham, T'Challa could have had a Wakanda. He really, really could have. We could have told a whole different story about how the Hatutaze came into being. If Anika can sit up there and say the Dora Milaje been guarding the throne for 10,000 years, where's that origin story at? There was so many stories, but the thing is that we as Black people, they said it. Now I don't like repeating it. They said, if you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in the book. Nico, I heard that story when I was half your age right now. And I know you.
And it ain't a lie. It's not a lie.
So you have these rich, vast stories. Now here's crazy. And Black people gonna get mad when I say this. You'll pick up a Bruce Wayne Batman book before you pick up a T'Challa Black Panther book. And you will inverse yourself in that story in Gotham to where there's nothing anybody can tell you about Gotham. I get it. I did that too. But you won't do that about the Black superhero, but I did. But you'll look at me like I'm crazy. You look at Darryl like he crazy. You look at Mr. Smith like he crazy. My man Gabbo from Machiavelli Media like they crazy. Why? Because it's either, are you looking at us crazy because we black, or you looking at us because we like, are you looking at us like that because it's a black superhero? Like, you either devaluing the hero because the hero is black, and I'm talking to my people. You either devaluing the legacy of this hero because he's black, or you're devaluing the people that are knowledgeable about the character that are black in ways you would never do this with a white character, nor the white experts that talk about this character.
Yeah, yeah. And I was reading, Komodo Kid just said, "Where's Hunter?" I was thinking about this, about how
he's
and
Bucky.
We're not racist. You just said that. We're not racist either. We want Hunter. Where the hell is T'Challa's brother?
They gave you Bucky and said, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Even with that, because see, what you could have had was, you could have had almost like with Captain America and Winter Soldier, you could have a revealing of who Hunter was, and Hunter not being brainwashed, but him having the vendetta against T'Challa because he was the one that was in the Hututsu. He was the one that was a captain in the Hututsu because he was adopted by T'Challa.
He'd have killed Zemo first. See, that's the whole thing. People get, they get that thing twisted. Hunter wants T'Challa to be more militant.
Yeah.
Hunter really wants T'Challa to take over the whole world, and T'Challa like, we're not going to do that. But if you look at T'Challa crazy, Hunter finna put hands on you. If you talk about Wakanda crazy, Hunter finna put hands on you. That whole line we got where Bucky walked off from Zemo, Hunter would have slit his throat right then and there. But what are we saying? Because once again, that's why I said we can't be racist. Are we saying we don't want to see the white person love the black country more than the black person? We don't want to see that on screen.
Somebody comment said Betty White is their favorite white hero.
I like Betty White. Don't do that.
I like Betty White too, man. But come on now, y'all got to something got to give. Something got to give, y'all. Something got to give.
I need us. If I had to take it back, I go back to Takeoff. We got to start seeing value in ourselves. Yeah. And we don't. We doing a bad job of that. Like, I get disparaged, but I know damn good and well ain't no anti-recaster made no custom griot short.
Yeah.
And I did that off the strength. Watch this. I did this off the strength of my wife, who's a woman, right? And I did this off the strength of somebody else who's Caucasian. They gave me what I needed to create the latest version of T'Challa's sister, because I needed my daughters to see that figure. I can look at T'Challa, but I need my daughters to see Shorty. I need you to see Aurora. I need you to see Misty Knight. I need you to see Monica Rambeau. I need you to see the Dora Milaje. I need y'all to know that not just your father can be a superhero, but you can be superheroes too.
Yeah.
And that's what the anti-recasters are missing. Too many of them got agendas. They don't like black men. They don't like T'Challa. But they don't like Marvel. Or we just want to put women front and center. Last I checked, as Derek alluded to, both my mother and fathers are superheroes because it takes a black man and a black woman to make a black queen. I'm gonna say a black king. I will add to it, it takes a black man and a black woman to make a black child, regardless of what you want to call that child. You need that. You can't use Chadwick Boseman's death to explain not the misrepresentation, but the lack of black male representation in that movie. You can say we're killing off T'Challa, but what happened to the other 6 roles? 6. What happened to the other 6?
Yeah.
You can't answer that question.
You know what? Before we power down, and that's a good place to start powering down. I want to say 3 things, and then I am done. First, to the 25 people who are in this live right now, I want to thank y'all for coming into this live. Number 1, on short notice. Yes. Number 2, if y'all are not subscribed to that man's page down there, NicoBean here, get that young man some love, because he is very adamant about pushing the same agendas as we are. So y'all give that man some play. And also, the No T'Challa, no ticket, buttons are here. If you want one, get at your man, message me on Twitter, or if y'all got connections to me anywhere else, holler at me. I get one to you. Supplies limited. I hook y'all for a player's price.
I already put my bid in. I already put my bid in.
All right. So yeah, I got y'all. Is there anything else, Theo, you and Nico want to say before we wrap this up?
Man, I just want everybody to understand, because I did talk about this today, and I can have issues with a brother and everything like that. But if a brother say something real, he say something real. E-Man would hit that nail dead on the head. Addition by subtraction. Yep. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing addition by subtraction. Because if we can have T'Challa Jr., then T'Challa Jr. can have his daddy too. Right? So let's not do all this where we got to trade one for the other. I'm sick of that's what we did way too much in this damn movie. We traded out people when we didn't have to. Black solidarity, Black unification. If you keep calling yourself, if you keep telling me you Black and I'm proud, then you got to handle your damn business. Black is a 24/7 damn job. It ain't convenient. Way too many of us doing that. I need that. No T'Challa, no ticket. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to NicoBean, as Darryl just said. We know this brother, so we're trying to grow this brother. And I'm going to end on it. Nico, what you've done and what Josh have done from the back of the bus, my hat is off to y'all. And I say it for this reason. Y'all came into this some new jacks, but you weren't satisfied with just what you were spoon-fed. You wanted more. That shows me drive. That shows me initiative. You went and you got the knowledge, and you still going to go get it. My hat is off to every young brother or sister that, regardless of who you call yourself, and when I say brother and sister, it's not a race thing. It's really, we rocking with you, you rocking with us. I salute each and every last one of y'all that have done what we had to do with characters like Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, because we had to come in, they were already there. We came in, they were already there. We had to go get that knowledge and then backtrack it to where we know this dude, his family got murdered in Crime Alley, that this dude's parents sit him in a rocket ship, because we didn't know that coming in. So shout out to y'all for going to go get that knowledge, man. That's respect all day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right, y'all. Like I said, get at me. Y'all want these buttons, get at me. But make sure, if you're not subscribed, and I would find it hard to believe if there's not anybody in this live that's not subscribed to my man Theo B. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, y'all subscribe to his page. Make sure you subscribe to Nico's. And if you're on this page, go ahead and subscribe to it and rock with me too. Yes, sir. I can tell you one thing, the time I've spent with these brothers, I know they want to tell the truth. And if that's what y'all looking for,
I'm gonna leave it on this. I got something special for y'all. I'm getting ready to start a fan fiction series. It's gonna get y'all thinking, but I just want y'all to picture this. Picture T'Challa bringing up another young Black brother that wants to learn his roots. That's all I gotta say. But thank y'all, and once again, like Darryl said, please subscribe to me. I got some new content coming out, and I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right, family. Y'all see us in the